Welcome to Historic Coin, the ultimate destination for those who love to travel through time using coins as their compass. Today's video is going to be a fascinating journey into the world of two unique and culturally rich coins from two different continents. On one side, we have the 1995 Canadian 1-cent coin, a classic symbol of North American heritage, and on the other, the 2002 Malaysian 10-sen coin, a representation of Southeast Asia's evolving identity. These coins are much more than just pieces of metal. They are tiny time capsules holding within them the story of empires, economies, and everyday lives. Whether you're a coin collector, a history lover, or just someone who enjoys uncovering hidden stories, I promise that by the end of this video, you'll be looking at coins in a whole new light. So stay with us till the very end, because this journey is packed with eye-opening facts, visual comparisons, and historical secrets that you won't want to miss. Canadian 1-cent overview. Let's begin with the Canadian 1-cent coin from the year 1995. This coin may seem small and insignificant, but in reality, it represents an era that is now fading into history. Made primarily of copper-plated zinc, it weighs about 2.35 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. The most iconic symbol on the reverse is the two maple leaves, which stand tall as a national emblem of Canada. These leaves aren't just for show. They symbolize peace, unity, and the beauty of nature that defines Canadian identity. The inscription 1 cent and Canada surround the leaves, along with the year 1995. But perhaps the most notable feature is the designer's initials KG, standing for George Kruger Gray, the master behind this timeless design. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. On the obverse side of the Canadian 1-cent coin, we find a familiar figure, Queen Elizabeth II. Her profile has graced Canadian coins since 1953, and the 1995 version showcases her mature portrait with the inscription Elizabeth II de Regina, which means, by the grace of God, Queen. This portrait was designed by Dora de Pedri Hunt, the first Canadian woman to design a coinage portrait of the Queen. This small yet powerful image symbolizes Canada's continuing historical ties with the British monarchy. While Canada is fully sovereign today, this coin reflects its colonial roots and the enduring respect for the Commonwealth. Malaysia 10-sen overview. Now let's move to the Malaysian 10-sen coin from 2002. Strikingly different in design and material, this coin offers a window into Malaysia's cultural and economic world. The coin is composed of nickel-plated steel, which gives it a slightly shiny silver tone and a modern look. It weighs approximately 2.8 grams and has a diameter of 18.8 millimeters, making it quite comparable in size to the Canadian cent, though with a much more metallic finish. The most prominent feature on the obverse side is the denomination 10 sen, framed by the words Bank Negara Malaysia at the top, and the year 2002 split on either side of the value. Malaysian cultural symbols. Above the 10 sen marking is an artistic rendering of the Bunga Raya, or hibiscus flower, Malaysia's national flower. This flower represents the strength and courage of the Malaysian people. The choice to include it on the coin is not just decorative, it's a statement of national pride and identity. While the Canadian coin leans into its colonial and natural heritage, the Malaysian 10-sen coin proudly celebrates its independence and cultural uniqueness. It's minimalist, modern, and full of national symbolism. Obverse of 10-sen coin. The reverse of the Malaysian 10-sen coin features a traditional design known as the Rebana Ubi, a large Malay drum used in festivals and ceremonies. While this design may appear abstract at first glance, it carries deep historical and cultural significance. This is a beautiful example of how a small coin can carry massive weight in terms of heritage. The design is also a nod to the diverse cultural tapestry of Malaysia, combining indigenous, Islamic, and colonial influences into one unified visual statement. Material and durability comparison. One major difference between these two coins lies in their material composition. The Canadian 1-cent coin is made from copper-plated zinc, a soft material that's more prone to corrosion over time. On the other hand, the Malaysian 10-sen coin uses nickel-plated steel, which is much more resistant to wear and tear. This makes the Malaysian coin more durable in humid climates, a smart choice considering Malaysia's tropical weather. Such differences highlight how environmental and economic factors influence coin production, economic value then and now. While both coins were once common in daily transactions, their value has changed dramatically over time. The Canadian 1-cent coin was officially withdrawn from circulation in 2013, as the government found it more expensive to produce than it was worth. On the flip side, the Malaysian 10-sen coin is still widely used in day-to-day purchases. This makes the Canadian coin a collectible piece today, while the Malaysian one remains functional currency. It's a fascinating look at how economics dictates the life cycle of a coin. Rarity and collectible status. When it comes to rarity, the 1995 Canadian 1-cent coin is fairly common, with millions minted. However, as time goes on and these coins disappear from circulation, their collector's value is slowly rising. The Malaysian 10-sen 2002 is also not considered rare, but it holds interest for collectors who focus on Southeast Asian currencies. What makes both coins appealing isn't their rarity, but their representation of eras and identities, one signaling the past, the other a continuing legacy. Artistic design comparison. Artistically, the Canadian 1-cent coin opts for a more realistic and traditional style, particularly with the Queen's portrait and the maple leaves. The Malaysian 10-sen, however, embraces a more abstract and symbolic design language. This shows how different cultures express themselves through coinage. Where Canada focuses on nature and monarchy, Malaysia highlights modernism, culture, and national pride. Both are beautiful in their own right, but they tell completely different stories. Minting and production techniques. Both coins were minted using different techniques and technologies available in their respective countries. The Royal Canadian Mint is known for its precision and high-quality minting processes. Similarly, Bank Negara Malaysia ensures consistent quality in its coins, though with a more functional and minimalistic design approach. These differences can be seen in the level of detail. The Canadian coin feels more intricate, while the Malaysian coin leans toward simplicity and strength. Public sentiment and use. In Canada, the removal of the 1-cent coin was met with mixed reactions. Many people felt nostalgic, as this coin had been part of their childhood and daily life. In contrast, the Malaysian 10-sen coin is still very much in use and is often taken for granted. Yet if you ask an older Malaysian citizen, they'll tell you how these small coins played a big role in their life growing up. It's interesting how the smallest denominations often leave the biggest emotional impact. Educational use in schools. In both countries, coins like these are often used in educational settings to teach children about money, math, and even history. Teachers use old coins like the Canadian cent to discuss topics like inflation, economics, and national symbols. In Malaysia, children learn about national heritage through coins, understanding the importance of the Bunga Raya and other cultural symbols. It's a subtle but powerful way to educate through everyday objects. International appeal and trade. Coins like these are also popular among international collectors. The Canadian 1-cent is often sought after by those who admire Commonwealth coins, while the Malaysian 10-sen is a favorite among Asian collectors. The two coins offer a stark contrast, one hailing from a Western country rooted in European traditions, and the other from a vibrant Southeast Asian nation. Together, they form a unique pair that showcases the diversity of global numismatics. Conclusion: what these coins teach us. In the end, these coins teach us that even the smallest pieces of metal can carry enormous historical, cultural, and emotional value. The 1995 Canadian 1 cent tells the story of colonial heritage, artistic tradition, and the march of time. The 2002 Malaysian 10 sen speaks of national pride, cultural resilience, and modern identity. By comparing these two, we don't just learn about two countries. We learn about how nations express themselves through the tiniest tools in our pockets. And that, dear viewer, is the magic of coins.